IPL Radio, inspiring passionate lives for the community.
Hey, welcome back everybody, and now we are back and good. We have our special guest, and we have Mike and Fatima, and
Hi.
Our special guest. Yeah, you go on, introduce.
Yeah, we've got Deb Hamblin, who is the Deputy Mayor of Rockingham.
Hello.
Yes.
I only just got in pretty late, so I didn't know what was going on.
No. Hi,
Surprise.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Lovely to meet you guys. It's so good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's
No
been
worries,
it's a pleasure.
great.
It's a pleasure. I was wanting to catch up with you ever since we had that sundowner
Yeah.
at the Gary
Gary
Holland
Holland
Centre.
Centre.
So, I mean, it was a great opportunity to get to talk to you, not just about what's happening, but
Yeah.
just about whatever else is happening.
So good. And great for me to come in and see Inspire and
Yeah,
see
yeah.
everything that you've
How
been
it
here
all
doing.
Yeah, what we do here. Yeah.
Seeing as I nearly went to Leghorn Street.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Well,
That's
you-
all right. You'd have a nice wait there.
Yeah. That's great.
so what's happening?
Oh, well, the campaign trail has started. And there's a few of us that have put our hands up to be mayor. And I think really everyone's just doing it for the best for Rockingham.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's why I'm there too.
Yeah, of course.
I just love this city and want the best for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
I mean, you've been, I don't want to say around the tracks a while. That sounds horrible, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So you've got a bit of experience, which is good. You've worked with the mayor as well.
Yes.
I hope that experience has put you in good stead for running. Is that the way you see it?
I think it has. You know, the reality is local government's not something any of us are really used to. You know, you come in, you think you know what's happening, but it really does take a little while to get to know it. And yes, I've supported the mayor as his deputy for a couple of terms now, but I have my own perspectives on the future and where we can go.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
And it's exciting times.
Yeah, of course it
Exciting
is,
times.
exactly. And you had a question
so
earlier, didn't you?
right from the beginning, what got you started into this?
Do you know, dare I say it, I was complaining probably about something and someone said, well, why don't you put your hand up? And I thought, oh, never thought about that.
Yeah.
Because it is hard when you're working full time to then put your hand up for local government. But it's so rewarding. And if you like listening to people and hearing their stories, it's a really valuable way to spend your time.
Oh, I bet.
So, you know, for me, I just went, okay, stop it and put your hand up and give it a go.
That's it. If you want change, you go ahead and do it. Yeah,
absolutely.
That's right.
So did you have to study much for it? Did you?
For me, when I joined, it was really you just make sure you learn on the job. There wasn't a diploma or anything like that to undertake. But for me, I've made sure I've been part of the zone and all the Wolga training and webinars and stuff so that I could keep up to date. But for me, you know, I've got a degree, I've got postgrad, so I quite like being educated. It's
and the
good
thing
value.
about it as well is with the education side, on-the-job training is what we would call it, is the best training you can get.
Absolutely.
You know,
and I think you learn a lot about local government just being on the ground. So I'd encourage anyone who feels like they want to put their hand up to do that. That would be
Maybe
really good.
next term.
Yes, all three of you.
That's it, yeah. I can do it.
Yeah, well done.
Well, you get to meet heaps of new people and good people as well, even if you're going against them in campaigns or anything like that. Everybody's just brilliant to mix in with, you know?
Well, and I think everyone's there for the right reason. And I think even over the years that people have put their hand up, I've met so many of them who haven't been successful but have managed to still contribute so much to us and to our community. So
are you the deputy mayor or the mayor?
No, I'm the deputy
Deputy mayor?
Yes.
Do you want to step up to?
I am.
You are going to?
I'm on the campaign trail
on it?
as
Okay.
we speak. But I think I'd regret not putting my hand up. So I really, we've never had a popularly elected mayor before.
Yeah, that's the best
This
part
is
of
our
this one.
A what?
popularly elected
Okay.
mayor. Up until now, the team have picked their leader. But this time we've got a popularly elected mayor, and I would hope I can sort of provide a stable transition between what we've had to what we will be doing going forward. So.
Is there any hard feelings when one steps down and one steps up?
I don't know. I think Barry's been a great mayor.
Yep.
But I think he has made his own decision to step on to the next stage of his life, really.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, he's had his turn.
It's-
Now it's somebody else's.
Yeah.
It's a rejuvenation as well, right? I mean, you're right.
Yes.
You ran alongside,
Yes.
but at the end of the day, you've got your own views as well.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. And I think it is time for a change of perspective. We've got a great team. We've got experienced people. We've got people who've been in for a few years, and hopefully we'll have some new people
Yeah, of
because
course.
there's quite a few spots opening.
Yeah,
What do you want to see? What's your ultimate goal for Rockingham?
For me, I want Rockingham to be the best city it can be and really inclusive. And we've done lots in that space already. I was talking to Tris and saying, even the community stuff that we as a city provide, given COVID and the mental health issues that have been around from COVID, just the libraries and the community centres and the autumn centre and the youth centre, that's the sort of inclusive city I want. But also I want a safe city. So,
Oh, yeah.
not just crime, but even road safety. I've been out talking to people who have issues with their roads, and they're things, we don't want people dying on our roads.
Yeah, that's right.
So we need to address all that
cool.
sort of stuff, Fatima.
Very good.
Okay.
And tomorrow you're going to be joining us at the Veterans Memorial for the
Yes.
Vietnam veterans.
Absolutely, which will be fabulous. The whole day is around Vietnam vets, and the homeless veteran statue that
the
will be
unveiling,
unveiled, which is really good. And just that sort of perception of art in our community is really valuable. So I'm hoping one of the things moving forward, even though we've got lots of great sporting infrastructure, I'd be interested to hear how your listeners feel about creating an arts hub.
Yeah, right.
We've got the beautiful Rockingham foreshore, but we're missing a little bit of that arts culture stuff.
Yeah.
And we've got the arts centre going all the way down Kent Street,
Yep.
down to the museum and the arts and crafts. And I'd just be interested to see or hear what people would think about that, because a tourism destination is us.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
And to add that art and photography and mosaics and sculpture.
I'm a big fan of Lego. I want to see more Lego art.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Lego is the best.
Well, that's art. That's art.
It is art.
You can make a great mosaic with Lego pieces. Have you seen those ones in the shops?
Yes.
They are brilliant.
Hey.
And I would pay to see a museum of Lego different art.
He's a
especially
master. He's a
with
master at
the
building.
statues that they
Yeah,
make,
he's
with
a bit of a
Legos
master
falling
at it.
out and stuff. And
I know. Well, my grandchildren and I have been to every Lego exhibition
yeah.
in Perth. So if we had that sort of space, we could bring those sort of exhibitions down
Yeah.
here, which would be
It's
fabulous.
real popular
That'd be
these days,
brilliant.
isn't it? Lego
Oh, yeah.
building.
Because
Yeah.
it transcends just children. It all goes all the way to adults.
That's it.
And
Architects use it in
Yeah,
everything
that's
to
right.
Yeah.
design the
That's right.
buildings and bridges, which little bricks build the bridges to make them solid, and you get design floors and stuff like that. And it actually helps kids be educated using the dots and studs as mathematical.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Decka, you need to talk to our arts people and see what
I've got
we
the
can
ideas.
do.
Oh yeah, what I'd
great.
love to see. I'd love to see like they used to have in Freo, just a person there with his painting and just paints or
Yeah.
draws someone.
Absolutely.
You know, in Rockingham,
Oh,
Had
yeah,
for
yeah.
like $10 for
Along.
the $5 portrait. I reckon that's
Yeah.
Street
And we've
artists.
got,
Yeah.
we've got all that space between there, and I actually think one of the other sort of future planning, I mean, I want our city to be a great tourist destination, and seeing as we can't go anywhere else,
yeah.
it would be great to be able to have those paths, have some markets, do all that right along that strip.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would that's a good idea.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah,
The
it
markets is
it
definitely
is.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, every Sunday, I guarantee I'd be down at the markets on Rockingham.
Yes.
So that's what brings me there. And of
Yes.
course, there's the Lego store, which I always go to, of course. But the markets are great for even people outside. I mean, people come from Mandurah
yes.
to come to the Rockingham markets
Yes.
because you've got Mandurah ones. Sometimes you get the Warnborough, and then you got the Rockingham ones, which are the big because they've got the big car park.
Yeah.
And it's also next to the new hotels and stuff like that. And I think there was a new pub or something that opened on one of the corners. That's actually great for the nightlife as well.
Yeah.
So Rockingham can be open during the day
Yes.
all the way through to the next day. Regardless, you've got entertainment. It's
Well,
great.
and I think activating that Kent Street would be really valuable. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you know, we've got great restaurants already there.
Yeah.
We don't actually need to leave Rockingham because
You've got everything you
we've got it all here. All we need now is to make sure, and I was just talking to some of your workers here, but we need to make sure that we can create local jobs.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
definitely.
Because it's so, I mean, I've been able to work and play locally for my whole adult life, really. And it's a
Yeah.
benefit,
Yes, it is.
you know, not to have to travel out of Rockingham. So,
How are we going to rejuvenate the businesses that we've lost so far? Because there's a few empty
Yeah.
shops around. What's the plans?
well, and I think, you know, I'm not part of the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, so
But the Chamber has done a great job trying to support small business. And I know how hard small business work. And, you know, if we can just encourage like defence industries and stuff to move down here,
Yeah.
that would just, I mean, we've got Garden Island, we've got that potential. And, you know, I'm vice chair of South Metro TAFE, so, you know, we've got the opportunity to really train everyone up. So let's make the most
that
of it.
sounds good.
Yeah, we're going to encourage new small businesses to come along as well.
Great.
I mean, people can start off with the food vans, etc.
Yes.
Bouncy castles for the weekend to go with the markets.
Yep.
That's great. You get the little merry-go-rounds and stuff. People can start off them themselves.
Exactly.
And that's
you
a
know,
good, yeah.
dinner at dusk, all of those
Yes,
fantastic things. And, you know, we've got so much potential right across the city, you know, out to Baldivis, down to Secret Harbour. It's exciting times ahead, guys.
Yeah, we've got that beautiful jetty down there as well, which
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's
I
right.
like to take
Where?
a walk just down by Palm Beach.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just take a walk down there and it's all lit up and that. You can look at the fish in the water, and if you're at the right time, you can actually see the squid.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's,
the
that's
light
yeah,
goes
right
into
behind
the
my
water.
place. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just live right behind there.
That's what I
Yeah.
like as
Do
well.
you see the Rockingham Penguins do their early morning
No, I haven't.
swim?
Yeah, crazy.
A group of people who get down there at 6
Yeah,
a.m. I have been down. I haven't swum.
Right.
One of our presenters did that as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Just down at the foreshore. Well, not the foreshore,
Yeah,
but the
right
Palm
near the
Beach.
jetty.
Right.
Right near the jetty, and they all jump in like crazy people. Doesn't matter if it's cold or rainy or whatever.
They've all got a smile on their face at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's
later.
cold.
They had that rally. They had that in front of Mark McGowan's office, or that they got dressed up as penguins.
In penguins, yeah,
Penguins
that's right. Because that's something we really do need to look after, our penguin population.
Yeah,
because,
I was there.
Were you?
Yeah, I was
Great.
there. I was watching it. I wasn't in dress story, but I was there.
It was because one of the volunteer boards I'm on is the Coburn Sound Management Council, because keeping that Coburn Sound healthy is really important
Is
for
that
us.
still open? Because they were going to close that down, weren't they?
The whole of the sound?
Yeah.
Well, the council's still there, and we just make sure that we monitor the health of Coburn Sound.
Okay.
And make sure that the penguins populations have food and, all that sort of
Stabilised,
stuff.
yeah.
Because, it is our emblem, really.
Yeah. Have you got any
no,
plans
that's
for
exactly
Penguin
right.
Island, have you?
Oh, look, Penguin Island, it's a bit tricky with Penguin Island because it's actually run by the state government, a bit like Point Perrin.
Ah, right,
So, Point Perrin, Penguin Island, it's all the Department of Biodiversity. And so we have to work really closely with both of those, with all those departments to make sure. But it's in our best interest to make sure that it's healthy and safe.
All right. Is that the same with the animal sanctuary around there? I know there was a animal sanctuary just around the corner from Point Perrin.
Ah,
That was beautiful. I visited that once. I can't remember what it's called though.
really? An animal
Yeah.
sanctuary?
It was beautiful. It was like a little zoo type
Is it
thing.
still
or
there?
Oh, Narragabup.
Yes, that's the one. Yes,
it's
sorry.
The Environment Centre.
the Environment Centre. Yes, sorry, that was
no,
the one.
that's it. It's fantastic.
That was brilliant.
And you can go and see all the
Still there?
lizards.
Yeah.
It's just on the road out of here, isn't it?
Yeah,
You go around
it's
the corner.
on Safety Bay Road,
yeah.
heading out towards Point Perrin.
on the right-hand
You
side.
need to go.
Yeah.
It's great.
It is a lovely place. I took
Yeah.
my son there when he was younger.
Yes.
And we saw like the big gecko and stuff like that, and the blue-tongued lizards, and
I
there was
know,
a
and
heap of birds come through.
Yes, and the parrots. I've taken grandchildren there every school holiday.
On those photos that you put on Facebook?
I haven't taken any photos for years from there, unfortunately, but
Yeah, well, we'll just have to go and have a look, won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll love it. You'll love
presenters day out. There you go.
Yeah, that's it. Another one.
And we've got so many great environmental areas to look at.
If you
It's
have a
great.
look at Lake Richmond,
Yes.
I mean, I've been there the past couple of weeks taking some photographs and stuff, right? But because there's so much water there, the wetlands is fantastic.
Yes.
And everybody needs to get down there and see it while it's in that state, because it's soon all the water's going to evaporate. But what a beautiful place. I'd never
is.
been there befefore.
And the thrombolites.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we've got so much heritage and history and,
Yeah,
honestly, I don't know why everyone doesn't want to move to
well, exactly.
Rockingham.
we just need to make sure we market it properly. I mean, Tourism Rockingham do a great job.
Yes.
They had an advert in for PL Manor at the weekend there, and me and my partner went out there for dinner, so it was great. And it's all because of the fact that Tourism Rockingham are actually promoting these things, right?
Yes.
That's
So,
where I
yeah.
got married, Peel Manor.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's
Oh, you
beautiful.
say.
eh?
It is beautiful,
lovely, yeah.
really good. And the thing is, our tourist numbers have gone up like 30 or 35%
Yeah.
in the last 12 months because you can't go anywhere. No, you can
Yeah.
go to other places.
You
But
can,
No,
but
no, we
you're
can't.
right. What you got with Rockingham is you got some fantastic beaches.
Yes.
The front street is superb because you've got your fish and chips, your pizzas, your whatever else you want. So there's loads there for people to do.
Yes.
And I think just now people are starting to realise that.
Oh, I know.
For whatever reason, right? They
Yeah.
just think, yeah, it's not too bad.
But also, too, I think what we've done is we've improved it, and some of the places that we used to go to have sort of stagnated a little bit. So now people come down, they see what we've done at the foreshore, and go, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
so
that's it.
good down there.
It's so good. You know, we won a national award for that.
No.
Yes, so it cost us $15 million, but it was really worth it. Really worth it. So
That was phase 1.
yes.
What's happening with phase 2?
Phase 2 will be coming. We just need to make sure that the budget can look at those sorts of things. You know, we've got so much infrastructure that we need to make sure we build.
Yeah, of course.
And but we need to make sure we've got value for our rating dollar. So let's just see what the future brings.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
And I think, you know, what you were saying about the fact that the foreshore is our life, really, when it comes to Rockingham. That's where phase 2 becomes so important. We've now realised the fact that that kind of infrastructure would be beneficial, so hopefully it'll happen. You know?
Yeah, that's right.
We'll see.
But then, you know, we've got beautiful rural areas out in Baldivis that we need to make sure we sort of sustain and cherish as well
that's
as our beautiful coast.
There's so much.
Yeah, and even the Safety Bay Shoalwater Master Plan, which we've already developed and ticked off, because sometimes people in Safety Bay and Shoalwater say, why don't you spend money here? But we've had so much growth right across the city that we've got to prioritise things,
that's
but
right.
that's coming.
Okay, very good, very good. So, getting back to the elections.
Yes.
When is that?
The election is the 16th of October. So there's the build-up.
16th of
I know. So all postal votes. So the postal votes will go out at the end of September. And in the meantime, we'll all be out there saying all the good things we can do for the
That's
city.
it. Yep.
And just make sure that people realise that we've got a great city and it can continue on.
Yeah, of course it can.
That's
Well,
it.
no, you've got my vote. Let's put it that way.
Oh,
Deb.
thank
I've just,
you.
I said that to
Thanks.
Decka before.
I
but
know.
yeah.
You've got our vote.
That's it.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
Oh, I don't vote. I'm not a citizen.
What are you?
Fatima.
What are you?
I'm not a citizen. I'm Portuguese. I can't
Oh,
vote.
my
I
goodness.
say I've
Not got a citizenship yet.
No, but I want to.
Can I just say,
Yep.
if I'm lucky enough to be the mayor, I'll do your citizenship.
Okay.
There you go, you see.
Okay, thank you.
That's up to
I've
her.
just done mine as well. I did mine with Barry.
Ah, did you?
Yeah.
I need to get ID from the other side of
The world.
or something. So will that still be all right?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. You just need to make sure you've been here all the years you've
Yeah,
been
okay.
here.
That sounds good.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Fatima, you've got a very Australian accent.
Yeah,
so
that's
I'm
it.
sure you've
Yeah.
been here a while.
Yeah, no, I've been here a long time, yeah.
Yeah, because there's the thing. I mean, Decca have been here for a few years, but
Yeah.
we don't have that accent. So you're more Australian than what we,
Yeah.
Now,
we
see,
are.
we haven't actually got the accent, but everyone else has got an accent. So
Yes.
we actually
Yeah, well,
Oh,
almost-
absolutely.
Não, mas eu ainda script e falar assim em português.
probably
Oh,
three.
dear,
Yes.
Yeah, 25 past
I'm loving
4.
it.
25 past 4. Deb, it's been an absolute pleasure having you.
Oh,
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, guys. Thank you so much for having me. I've really appreciated the opportunity to speak to the three of you. And
Well, hopefully we can get the chance to have a chat nearer the time as well.
yeah,
Just to see how it's all
absolutely.
going.
More
That's it.
than happy. More
Got
than happy.
8 weeks left to vote.
Yeah.
8 weeks.
Yeah.
I know.
The clock's ticking.
Keep up that enthusiasm
Yeah, I
and
know.
keep up that spirit and it'll be perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
guys, very much.
No worries. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you. Lovely to meet you too.
Alrighty, everybody. We will have a short break right after this song by Kiss.
How was that
God
for you?
give rock and roll to you.
Wasn't me.
Enjoy.